and welcome to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Britt Rochelle.
And I'm Muffin.
And it's been a little bit, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, but we are back and ready to report the news and everything else in gaming. What have you been gaming? I know you've been a little lonely. I haven't been making the Thursday night streams. But after tonight, I will be making our grand return.
Unacceptable.
I know. I'm the worst.
I haven't really been playing too much of sporadic games. I did restart a new game on Another Crab's Treasure.
Oh, nice.
Decided to see how far I can get in a 3-hour time frame with the gun.
Yeah.
So far, I'm already past the first crab, the boss lady,
Makes sense.
and halfway through finding the missing pieces for the cereal box.
Nice.
So
Yeah, that's
I think we're
extremely
about
far.
like a third of the way through the game already.
Yeah, that tracks.
So 3 hours for a third of the game is pretty on par
substantial,
for
yeah.
what was it? 2 days total for game completion.
Yeah, that makes sense. You get put another 3 to 6 hours in there, you'll be good. That game's longer than I realized. I did end up beating it.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart it though. I know it's gonna take me forever because I did admit our friends, and maybe I should have just kept my mouth shut. But I was like, I beat the game. Had to use the gun, but I beat the game. They're like, but you can't do a review if you don't beat it right. And I'm like, but I already made a joke for it. I already came up with the joke.
What was the joke?
When we do the game review for Another Crab's Treasure, I want to be like, have you be like, with hard work and perseverance and adaptability, you can beat this game. I'm like, yeah, and this gun I found.
Oh my god.
And we've got quasi-replica, they're, plastic, but they're golden eagles that actually shoot bullets.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I love the golden eagles.
as long as you beat it, though, I think that's the most that we can get out of that, because you have, like, plenty of other games you're supposed to be,
And that's why I kind of speedran it with the gun, admittedly. I like that game, I really do. I was getting frustrated, though. I wanted to get to the end of the story, and so I did. And now I really want to just get into, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 or something.
You're in Kingdom Hearts, man.
I love it! It's such a good story!
But there's so many other games
I know.
that you need to play.
I know. My lovely y'all peaches out there and my friend Artemis have really been wanting to get me into Baldur's Gate 3. So I finally bought and downloaded that. It's still downloading. That is a huge game.
Isn't it free on Game Pass, too?
Fuck, is it?
I think so. Another fault for PlayStation
I just spent
users.
money on that game because it's on PlayStation Plus, but only like a 2-week trial of it.
Another fault of PlayStation.
I'm absolutely gonna... I'm just gonna start texting you. Is this game on Game Pass?
Well, G2A also has a lot of copies of that game, and I'm pretty sure it's like $19, $20.
I don't want to talk about how much I just spent on that game. Anyway.
Never pay full price.
Never pay full price. That's a...
Don't be a sucker like this one here.
Yeah, no, don't be a Brit. Be a pirate.
Hard,
No.
mateys. Start playing sea shanties.
Oh, yeah. If you hear a weird tapping, we're gonna cut it short here shortly, but I realize it's been a while since we've given an update on the studio puppy, because he used to be extremely cute and small and little, and we'd pet him during the shows, and then he just kind of disappeared. Well, there's actually very good reason for that.
He's really big.
He's huge! Look, and he's still a puppy!
Oh.
Keep calling him a teenager because he's, let's just say what it is, easily aroused, and doesn't know what to do with his limbs.
He's like, I'm 13 and horny.
It's true. This is, he's still my sweet little baby, but he's not as little anymore.
Goodness. Alright.
Yeah,
we're not gonna make out with me, so we're just gonna get down.
We'll probably have you skedaddle now, studio puppy.
Get on her!
Bye, Zap. Love you.
Come on.
Evicted. It's all good. Thank you for doing the heavy lifting there. It was going to be way too awkward doing it from mine. And also, I have to lift with my whole legs, as you saw. I'm tiny.
Very tiny.
Oh yeah, I've been really getting into Borderlands lately.
I saw.
I'm excited. At first, of course, my first instinct was to, play the siren, because, she's, the sexy, mystical lady. And then my friends were like, nah, we think you should play Brick. You're really gonna like Brick better. Which, if you don't know Brick, big guy, he's got like tiny little waist, but giant upper body. And he's like the tank berserker fella. And they were totally right. I love playing with him. Because he's got proficiency in rocket launchers. And when he rages, you just go ham and punch a lot. And I've got mod artifacts, or proper in-game mechanics that
Ain't nothing wrong with mods, though.
Nothing wrong with mods, no, but I do prefer to play the base game first before modding the hell out of it. But that's assuming I mod the hell out of it, which I actually don't. But I've got different the artifacts you can get that give you abilities, and my punches can have potential to deal either explosive, shock, or corrosive damage right now.
Be one hell of a right hook.
Oh,
you punch somebody and they explode.
Oh, it's so satisfying when I aim it just right and I literally just deck someone in the face and they go ah! Up in flames. It's so wonderful.
Sounds like it.
It really is. I have also been playing Animal Crossing a lot. I'd say a lot. I've been playing. Max I can get into it is like an hour a day, because after that I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with my chores for the day. But it is fun. I'm getting more into it. The early game's really kind of hard to get into because you're literally just picking weeds and chopping down trees. But now that I've got more of like, I've got the proper Nook shop, I've got the museum. I'm actually, I expanded my house into like, it's got a bigger room and one add-on. Almost done with that loan too. Started a bridge project, which is also almost done. I found a way to make a lot of money really fast.
Cheating?
No! Legitimately.
Modding.
No, you just have to be diligent about finding the money tree, getting that every day, and then when you replant it, you do the max, which is 10,000 bells. And then in a couple of days, the money tree will sprout, and there'll be three little pouches of 10,000 bells. So you've got 30,000 bells.
Interesting.
Also, pro tip for Money Rock, because that also spawns once a day. Those are two money things that spawn once a day, is Money Tree and Money Rock. When Money Rock spawns, which, by the way, spawned right in front of my house the other day. It was awesome, because I didn't have to look for it. So when you hit it, money comes out. And I've seen some hacks that are like, if you dig 3 holes, you won't, like, back up, because there's a little bit of, I guess the best thing I can think of is, like, kickback or recoil when you hit the rock. So if you miss your aim, like, if you get out of your rhythm of hitting it, then you won't get as much money, because it'll just stop short. But if you just eat, like, a piece of fruit and just bust up the whole rock at once, you'll get 8,000 bells. So
I think I'll, when my wife decides to start playing that, I think I'll just, hey, so there's this thing you should look for, but I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Well, it spawns in a different place every day.
Yeah, but there's ways to track that and figure out exactly where it is.
I'm sure there is. I don't know if I want to get that into it, but...
Hey, man.
I mean, if she does, that'd be awesome. This is the game that gets her into gaming. Like, I'm into that.
I'm sure it'll be, like, Switch gaming, not more of, like, hey, I want the Xbox in the bedroom.
Right.
So...
Yeah.
We're sure as hell I'm not buying a PlayStation.
I know.
Because PlayStation's garbage.
I hate to say it, but I think I'm leaning more towards Team Xbox lately.
You should probably just Xbox. Dive into it. Sell all the PlayStation stuff. Or, you know, when you get rid of one of them, you can just hand it off to me. And then I can, blow it up.
That would be a funny GFAP episode, blowing up a PS5.
Strapping a stick of, M80s to it. A little quarter stick of dynamite. Sending it to the moon.
Send it to the moon!
But then we'll sell the box for $500.
That's messed up.
You'd be surprised.
No.
Facebook Marketplace has a box right now.
Just a box? They don't
for
even...
$8.50.
They don't even have the advertisement for, like... They're like, it's just the box. Or
It full on says PlayStation 5 Pro... Or not Pro,
the Slim? Or...
The one with the disc in it, but it's like the better model of it.
Okay.
It's the updated model.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And in the description, it's in big parentheses, box only.
For $850?
Mm-hmm. You know how many he sold?
How many?
3.
That's disgusting. Why? I mean,
if you're getting your money, you're getting your money. But...
yeah, if people want to buy it, make your money. I just need to know why.
Pristine condition. Cardboard box. PlayStation 5 for $850.
See, this is, in my opinion, does not justify the $850 price tag. But the only reason I can think of just buying a box for any amount of money would be like as a prank. Like if I'm gonna say, oh, here's your brand new PS5, psych, that's a pair of socks. But it's not worth $850.
Nope.
Like...
Not at all. Be surprised how many times people have fallen into this thing though. Like, especially with the Xbox, PlayStation, hell, even the Switch boxes. Everybody just buys the console and sells the box.
Maybe I should have done that with my Lite. Jesus, make an extra $200.
That's when you just go open package. Nintendo Switch Lite, $400.
God damn it.
And then just throw in a bunch of like little SD cards, call them games.
Messed up.
Gotta get your bread.
I guess so. Get that bread. I'm trying to think. I mentioned Borderlands, got the Animal Crossing, downloading Baldur's Gate. Finally gonna get to that, a year and a half later. I don't know, I guess I do understand... I guess I do understand more of the ire towards the Borderlands movie now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I thought it was weird. I'm not gonna... Even just seeing the trailer, I kind of wanted to see the movie because I have a curiosity about these things. But seeing, like, Cate Blanchett in that role, I was like, I don't know, but something about her and that hair seems a little off to me. And Jamie Lee Curtis does, like, fit it a bit better, aesthetically speaking. And Tiny Tina just looks cool. I think, I'm sure they all just did what they could with the roles that they had. Didn't seem
Wasn't
like...
Kevin Hart in it?
Kevin Hart is in it. I think he's Roland? I don't know for sure.
He would have played a better Claptrap.
Yeah, I heard Jack... Well, here's the problem with Jack Black playing Claptrap, is people have wanted him as Claptrap for a while. For one, they should have just hired the original voice actor. Because the original voice actor for Claptrap is adorable, and I love it. But, I love Claptrap. But he, from what I hear in the news circles, apparently Jack Black was never on set with any of the other cast members. They just had him in a studio reading lines, and then sent him home. Which that does not make for good.
Was this before or after his thing with Tenacious D?
I don't know. I think the recording and the production had to have been before, but the marketing push for Borderlands was definitely after, so I do think a lot of the ire towards Jack Black right now is based off of his last concert with Tenacious D, which I still like the music. I still want to see the band live and all that. I like Tenacious D, and I still like Jack Black. I just think it's a rough time for him right now, career-wise.
I think you missed your mark on the seeing the band live.
Yeah, what
he quit.
I know.
They're not getting back together.
That was really upsetting.
But then again,
could always do a reunion.
Isn't Oasis coming back after?
Yeah, I heard about that.
16 years. All these people coming back.
We're gonna get a whole new generation of. So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. Someone's gonna say it's about the LGBT community or something like that.
Yeah.
Rainbow Wall. Don't cancel us.
Anyway, let's get into some news. Oh, sorry. Okay, I was talking about that community real quick. I can't think about that movement without thinking of this one TikTok that got really popular, went viral. She was like a Hispanic woman in like a queer relationship, and her grandma she told a story about her grandma trying to be like really like an ally or whatever, and she was like, oh, is that when Pride Month came around and she was wearing her rainbow color? She's like, oh, is that for the Los Gibbeties movement? She's like, the what now? Yeah, you gay people, the Los Gibbeties. You mean the LGBT movement? No, I can't. It's Los Gibbeties. I can't do it anyway.
It's the Alphabet Mafia. That's all it is.
It is the Alphabet Mafia. All right, September 2024. Let's start with the PS5. Well, the PlayStation Plus free games for September, because we are getting to the end of the month already. Getting into fall.
It's like 3 days.
Yeah.
Halloween's right around the corner.
I know. I can't wait. I love Halloween.
You're probably going to see a bunch of pictures of Ellie in a pumpkin.
Good. I was about to ask, what is she going to be for Halloween?
A pumpkin, probably.
That's adorable.
Or a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Oh my god, please dress her up as a Cabbage Patch Kid. She's got the perfect chunky cheeks for it.
I want to at least hear her laugh before we do anything like that, because if she is displeased, she will let you know.
It's true.
Her little face of judgment. And the eyebrows, every single
you
time.
can see it when she scrunches. It's like, it's so cute. But, So the big one coming out for PlayStation Plus on September 3rd, right at the start, is Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, which is going to be a day one release, brand new, coming out, released, and available on PlayStation Plus. We did watch the trailer before starting, and I think it looks really cute. If you're into like sports games, or you really always wanted to play Quidditch, or sports games plus fantasy equals Harry Potter Quidditch Champions.
Or if you're just a hardcore Harry Potter fan.
It's true, because your options are, in terms of characters, you can play as like Harry or Cho Chang or Ron, any like the classic characters from the story, or you can play as yourself, whatever you want your avatar to look like. Or you could be PlayStation 1 Hagrid, because apparently that's a custom, well, I don't think it's a custom, but it's a customization option you have.
That would be amazing.
I might play as PS1 Hagrid. Oh, and you can play as any of the positions on the team: chaser, seeker, keeper, beater. And the game does... see, that's the thing I thought was the coolest part, was the career mode. You start out at Hogwarts, like in the small leagues, and then you can work your way up to playing on a team in the Quidditch World Cup. And I think that's awesome.
Nice.
Right?
I mean, in the movies, we've only ever gotten, like, what, a 10-minute scene of them playing? And then in, what was the last one I saw? I think it was Goblet of Fire. Mm-hmm. Where they were in, like, a big, big ring.
That was the Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah. And
so they only showed the small leagues, the Hogwarts tournaments, and they showed the Quidditch World Cup. They didn't really go into the progression, which I think adds at least a little bit of world building to it. I think that's really neat.
The fact that they were able to make a game out of that is pretty interesting, and I'm kind of intrigued to see where it's going to go.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm real excited.
Especially after Hogwarts Legacy.
I still want to play that game, but yeah, never got around to it, and I don't. It's kind of hit or miss as to what the popularity of this game's going to be with all the J.K. Rowling discourse, but
I mean, she's been silent for a couple months, so hopefully, they're getting a big break on it.
I hope so, because, like, I'm still a fan. Call it what you will. I don't think J.K. Rowling did anything wrong.
You're a hater!
I know!
The Alphabet Mafia hater right here. No. She only believes in two things.
Getting money and getting... Never mind.
Not what I was thinking, but... We're not going to say it.
We're not going to say it. We're going to move on to MLB The Show 24, another sports game, non-fantasy.
It's almost like it's the same game from last year and 24 years prior. It
even says it right here. MLB The Show 24 isn't a radical departure from previous games, but when it comes to baseball, the series is still in a league of its own. This year's entry in the series introduced another engrossing season of storylines, the Negro Leagues. I'm not saying it any other way. And further refinements to the core gameplay. So
oh my god! I really wish that this is a typo.
I really hope... I don't... What is this? A mousetrap for cancellation? I mean...
Oh my god.
Getting canceled only helped the podcast, but like, what the hell?
Holy crap.
That's hilarious.
Could you imagine the hate?
I can't handle this today. I didn't even sleep poorly. I don't know if I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Y'all saw earlier. I can't.
That's drugs.
My day, and it's not.
That's drugs.
Don't be spreading that. But no,
she's all out here on Molly
today.
And everything else. It's drugs. Don't let her lie to you people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
It's the Molly. That's why she's dressed like this. It's the cocaine.
It's not. I dress like this sober is the worst part.
It's the fentanyl mixed with the weed.
All right.
Keep a close eye on her. She might start seizing.
Please don't. I'm fine.
She's just gonna start and drop into the floor.
Finally.
What we're talking about right now is a little nightmare.
It would be a little nightmare if it were true. Speaking of which, Little Nightmares 2 is a follow-up to the original game, and according to the GameSpot article I have in front of me, it has inventive puzzle design and some scary original levels to explore. With Little Nightmares 3 scheduled to launch in 2025, it's a great time to catch up on this series before the threequel arrives. See, I think that's good timing. Like, just...
Have you played Little Nightmares?
No.
Do you know what it's about?
I don't. Please enlighten me.
So, I played this game when it was out on Game Pass. I'm pretty sure it still is on the Xbox.
I think I've seen it.
So, essentially, you're a doll that's either possessed or has some human soul in it. So, you go through the maker's house and all these, like, little puzzle areas, trying to make it from point A to point B without being captured.
Well, alrighty.
You run around literally this tall compared to everybody being full size with a flashlight and a raincoat.
Oh.
And you just have to run away from whatever is chasing you. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's kind of spooky at times.
I can do spooky.
I haven't played Little Nightmares 2, but as far as I know about that is it's going to be multiplayer and cross-platform. So,
ooh, exciting.
It's kind of like...
More games should be cross-platform.
It's kind of like Unravel 2.
I liked it. I played a little bit of Unraveled.
You have to play together to get through certain levels.
Okay.
And if you don't, you're just kind of stuck.
I don't think I ever played the second one, but I did play a little bit of Unraveled 1 because it was on Game Pass. When I went and visited my dad at one point, you know, he goes to bed early, so I'm like, what do I do now? And I brought my Xbox, so I gamed.
Unravel was a very fun game. I enjoyed that one too.
It's really cute and puzzles, and I like that. But the real question is here, which is scarier and more horrific, Little Nightmares 2 or Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach?
I didn't play Five Nights because I could honestly care less about that series.
I know, that's fair.
So,
No, I'm just being a bitch now. But
I mean, to each their own, you know. You've played it.
I like it fine. I was thinking about replaying it. I did end up... It was a victim of my uninstalling spree I went on recently to make room for Baldur's Gate. But I do have it. It's still in my library, so I could re-download it once I get more storage. Or I can just play it on the computer. I was thinking about replaying it. Then I think about the one level that pissed me off and ruined the jump scares for me.
Where you couldn't get past that one door?
No, that was later on. I got done with the jump scares pretty early on. But there's a part with the nighttime nanny robot thing. I don't remember his name. I guess their names are just Sun and Moon. So Moon turns out all the lights and it's like chasing you throughout this like kiddie playground area with all the tubes like Chuck E. Cheese. And you have to, and the point is to not get caught by him and turn on all the generators to get the lights turned back on so that you go back to Sun, which is the nice personality. Evil Moon's like the evil, mean personality. And at first, that freaked me out. Some of the jump scares got me really good. And then after about an hour, I just got angry and started yelling at the computer screen.
Nice.
It went from, to go fuck yourself. It was...
Wow.
I get aggressive. I had some people in my stream the other day say, I can't imagine you with gamer rage. And I'm like, you missed my, what was my medieval stream where I threw a controller.
Somebody please go back, flip it, so we can interject it into this stream.
Right. I'm sure if I'm sure I can find it. I'd have to remember which stage I was at. I've got all the footage from that game still. I think it's well expired from my Twitch log, but yeah, that was not my proudest sportsmanship moment. I do get quite angry, and I threaten or sometimes break the technology. R.I.P. my drift button on my Nintendo DS. But yeah, so those are the monthly games for PlayStation this September. Also have some good stuff coming on Game Pass. All right, why don't you talk about the Game Pass games for September?
Kind of just looks like some pretty basic games. I don't know any of these titles, to be fair.
Star Trucker.
Star Trucker, you're a truck simulator set in space where you'll be doing a lot of completing long hauls, drop-offs, trading, and managing your systems to make sure you don't perish in space.
Sounds fun.
Deciding whether to transport contraband, upgrading your truck to reach new areas, and listening to all the space trucker going-ons in your interactive radio. It lands on Xbox Series X and S and Game Pass as a Day 1 edition on the 3rd of September.
Ooh, another Day 1 release on September 3rd.
Kind of... what is that one game? It's not Starfield. Outer Worlds. Mm-hmm. Kind of sounds a lot like Outer Worlds, but you're more of like a truck driver.
Okay.
There's a lot of survival aspects from what I'm understanding. So that's
Yeah. To me, it kind of sounds like an expansion on. There's a Vladislav game. It's a tabletop board game thing. It's called a Galaxy Trucker, and it's really fun. When you start off with like a base ship, and as you go each round, you run into different events, which can get you more scrap. Which, if I remember correctly, a lot of it you use to expand your ship. But if you keep certain tokens, you get more points, and it's one of those. Again, the game is played in rounds, and whoever has the most points at the end of it wins. So to me, it sounds like that, but on a video game with survival aspects. Because there's nothing to upkeep. Sometimes you have to house aliens, because you can get bonus points. But I want to get a copy of that game. I might have to stop by my local game store and get a copy.
So you said alien trafficking.
Yes, alien trafficking.
Alien trafficking is one of the things that she's okaying in video games. That's it's quite a concept of character. Next one down is Age of Mythology Retold.
Oh, it's a definitive edition.
Not gonna say that I know what this is, but I want to say it would be a overview game, which it kind of looks like it is.
We could watch the trailer for it. I think the trailer was on the previous.
Well, it's also right here,
Oh,
but it
there you
didn't
go.
want to load the first time.
It wants to be a dink.
Kind of looks like Smite.
I mean, I guess it's a little different gameplay wise. Actually, it's a lot different gameplay wise. But I see where you're going. I see where you're coming from, I should say.
Or Age of Civilization.
Yeah, I'd say more like Civ.
Hey, look! It's Zeus! A Minotaur! Medusa! Hercules!
I think that was supposed to be Caesar.
That was Hercules. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cerberus. Kind of. Like Cerberus on legs.
Hydra. Thor. Hey, look! Gaia. Anubis.
Nice.
Looks very...
Day one.
Looks like something that the guys here would enjoy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because,
That's something they put a lot of hours into, but...
Oh, yeah. And then, what is up next? We have Frostpunk 2. Initially expected to launch in July. The sequel to the excellent Frostpunk. Have you heard of that game? Okay.
Nope.
Has been delayed and will now launch in September 20. The initial plan was to arrive first for PC and PC Game Pass as a day one edition in July and for Xbox later, but whether this is still the plan for September's release remains to be seen. Either way, prepare for the grueling gameplay and high stress levels.
Oh boy.
Ain't nothing like a little bit of stress to get you through a video game, right?
I mean, I've told you about my experience with Doom, and I still can't wait to play Doom Eternal.
I can just hear it now. God damn. Throws the controller across the screen. Oh, I think we have seen the video for this.
Oh yeah, we've watched this one before. It looks nifty.
Yeah, it's what is it? A civilization sim, but with punk.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen this before.
It definitely looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the punk game from our July.
We gotta tell the dudes about this one. They would love this. That's another... I started watching my... I don't know if I told you, I started watching my buddies play XCOM.
There's supposed to be another XCOM remake.
Oh, really?
Or something from the creators of XCOM coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it's called. I saw it on TikTok.
Right.
I meant to send it to you, but I don't think I did.
But no, the XCOM's crazy, and games like it, because I remember the one run. Again, my friend was holding the controller, and they were just kind of letting. It was like me and another friend watching them play, and he was taking suggestions from the peanut gallery essentially, and I was like, and we're running this mission that was gonna pay out just enough for us to like get things we need to make stuff happen. I don't want to get into too much detail. It'll take too long, and I probably won't say it right. But basically, the mission we were on was going to fund us just enough to make the things happen that we wanted to make happen. And the problem is we had to escort this guy to the departure zone, and there were all these crazy Thin Man aliens, like, guarding, so we had to just kind of keep him safe. And I was like, well, he's behind a truck right now. If you just keep him moving in behind trucks, he should be fine. So he's like, okay. And he moved the guy, and turns out the alien I forgot to notice or just didn't take into account was on Overwatch, which means if he senses movement, he's going to shoot. So our hostage got dead, and so that...
Hostage got.
Hostage got, and there was literally no way we were going to turn around from that, so we had to start the whole run over. And the game works on a time thing, and we were like a month in.
So what I'm hearing is, don't let her be the person that goes, go now.
No, probably not. That is actually really good advice. If I'm saying go now, maybe take a second to double check me.
Don't let her lead.
And then what's this one? Ara History Untold.
It was announced during the Xbox and Bethesda showcase as a historical turn-based strategy game, which will join PC Game Pass at launch and arrives on September 24.
Ooh.
It's quite a date out.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be like a chess type game.
I like chess, but I'm bad at... I'm hard pressed to say I'm bad at turn-based strategy when I haven't really done much of it. I guess South Park, The Stick of Truth is kind of like that.
Some were known, some lost to time. But what about the history that could have been if you were its architect?
Da-na-na. Looks like the Festival of Fools.
Why is there Cleopatra in the middle of New York?
Because this is History Untold. This would have happened. What if you were the historical architect? What if you decided how things went down? How might things have unfolded?
I would have leveled the entire planet.
Might have been for the best. Is that Appa? No, it's not. Looked like Appa.
It's a horse.
I see that now. It was its head.
The moment people start getting their own opinions, dead.
History is filled with moments of greatness.
Hey, look.
But these
It's that guy.
are yours.
I'm thinking Galileo or Copernicus. Not sure. All right.
Choosing the way that the world ends sounds like a great way to label this game.
Maybe you should get it when it comes out, stream it, and just label the stream something like "Playing God, Let's Change History."
You know, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I think I will just level everything. I don't like the Egyptians. Gone. Don't like the...
They're gone.
Don't like anybody having opinions? Gone. Mount Vesuvius? Gone. Japan? Gone. I'll unleash the sun the third time. Gone.
Oh my god. Oh, that's messed up.
What's messed up is thinking that I wouldn't do that. I think that kind of wraps up for September, though, for the Xbox Game Pass. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
we're not really excited about the October release.
Not really. What, Black Ops 6? That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
And that's just a soft beta at the launch of...
Yeah, we'll probably skip that for October when we get to it. And of course, we can't really look ahead for the monthly games for October because PlayStation's actually pretty good at keeping those a surprise.
Well, yeah, you gotta surprise the suckers. You guys are just getting sucked into everything horrible left and right. I'm just speaking facts here, lady.
Uh-huh. This caught my eye. I never was really big into Wizard 101, but a lot of my friends were, and I did try to play it a little bit in high school because one of my other friends was into it. It's an MMO. It's cute, but it's always been PC exclusive. And after 16 years, it's revamping its popularity, or at least trying to, by coming to consoles.
Wow.
Wow. It is still free to play. It will soon be available on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and the Switch. I think they'll play really well as a Switch game, actually.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, once it's released, everything will have a microtransaction on it. Free to play doesn't always necessarily mean free.
No, you're right on that.
Because, like, think of Destiny.
Yeah.
It's free to download it, but after you beat the main part of the free story, $80, $90, $110.
That's too much. But yeah, the cool thing about this is the appeal of the PC is everyone can play together. Well, the idea is that the console versions of the game will support cross-play between one another. So that's handy, I guess. I still think it'll work best as a PC game. That's just my opinion, but we'll see. If there's an audience for it, which I know there is. I'm into a lot of like the nostalgia type TikToks, and a lot of people will not stop talking about how much they miss stuff like Wizard 101, Club Penguin, Pop Tropica.
If this is coming back after 16 years, what's to say Club Penguin won't?
Hard to say. It'll sound off on our Twitter and everywhere else. Do you want Club Penguin to come back? Are you going to make it come back? I know someone redid, I think it was Toontown Online. There's a free-to-play version on the browser, so I was thinking about doing that.
I don't think I've ever played Toontown, but you go for it.
Probably
girl.
for the best, because I don't know if I think I've mentioned it here on the podcast before, but I'm pretty confident that's the game that crashed my mom's computer.
So I remember playing Purple Place. An old.
That unlocked something a little bit in there. Was it purple or purple?
Purple Place.
Purple Place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Cake Master,
on Steam.
Comedy, and Reading Rabbit.
It's on Steam. Was it one of them kitty games?
Mm-hmm.
Purple Place. It's not purple.
Well, I was close enough.
Why is it purple?
It says Purple Place right there.
I think this is something different though. Hang on, what's Purple Place?
No, I remember that little bakery right there.
Oh, then maybe they just renamed it. I don't know. Or maybe people are just wrong. It's hard to say. Maybe it's a Mandela effect.
I used to make the worst looking cakes ever. And I'd go, hey, look at this. And they'd go, alright. And it was the ugliest thing I've ever made.
Oh, that's funny. That cake conveyor belt what the hell is that?
It's Create a Friend.
Uh-huh. That okay.
It's one of those mismatch games. You're supposed to follow the code and yeah.
That's really cute.
Memory games.
I used to like memory games.
It's $1.39.
It's $1.39 if you wanna get back into Purple Place, y'all. It's easy, medium, and hard. Oh, I see. It's how many tiers there are. But I used to play this game online. I used to do the Disney Channel games. Actually, DisneyChannel.com had some good games. And one of them was Bueno Rufus, which is you worked at Bueno Nacho, but you played as Rufus, and you had to move him to each section and complete like burrito orders, nacho orders, drink orders, a combination of the three.
Sounds like Overcooked.
Kind of, but way less complicated. It's one screen, you're on a conveyor, have fun. It's not like Overcooked where the maps change or, the dishes change every level and every world. I think a closer comparison I'd find to Overcooked would be something like Diner Dash.
Or Cooking Mama.
Kind of, except without the having to turn in the orders, because Cooking Mama is more you have to go step by step and complete the dish well. I played the shit out of some Cooking Mama. I had it for the DS and the Wii.
I also played Cooking Mama. Yes. I tried making some of the dishes as well.
Yeah, did you try it from Cooking Mama, or was it... Yeah, did it work?
No. Came out very bad. After the first time, I was like, oh, maybe it was just me. I just didn't cook it right.
Yeah, just try again, man.
And then I just... No. It was not me. It was the way that it shows you to cook.
Yeah.
Because, you gotta, go along with the game as you're cooking. So, it gives you the correct amount of time.
Oh.
And it came out burnt and or just disgusting every single time. And I was like, all right, so, not me. Game's trash. Cooking's trash. So the end-all point of that is, Cooking Mama does not teach you how to cook.
I think I will get it credit. They do teach proper, knife skills, knuckles and all of that. And they do also, I think it was Cooking Mama that taught me how when you're cooking, meat and vegetables together, you want to cook, especially if they're heartier vegetables like carrots or bell peppers or celery or what have you, you want to start those first and then throw your meat in because the vegetables will actually take longer to cook.
Yep.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. She knows how to cook.
Woo!
Only slightly.
I have a cooking show. I don't like talking about my cooking. No, I love talking about my cooking show. Muffin doesn't.
I mean, it's the food's okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. I was gonna make you goulash on Sunday.
Yeah, what happened to the garlic bread shrimp?
Yeah,
Sandwich
I
sent you?
I didn't get to grocery shopping. I got to Borderlands instead. But
Convenient.
I will make the
We'll
the
chalk
shrimp.
that up
the
to the
shrimp.
third thing on the list for the
I
day.
know. I'm three strikes, man.
3 strikes, you're out. Get out of here
Episode
with
just
your
ends.
garbage PlayStation stories. You can go play your crappy game.
Hey, don't talk shit on Borderlands like that.
You can go play your crappy game. What is this PS information you have here today?
Well, let's find out. We've got more information leaked about the PS5 Pro. Mind you, leaks are not always reliable, so take this with a grain of salt. But according to Game Rant, the mid-gen PS5 upgrade will be officially called the PS5 Pro and is planned to be announced in the first half of September 2024. So, yeah, it's coming up. Be able to confirm or deny these allegations. The console will reportedly have 3 horizontal lines splitting its chassis? Is it chassis or chassis? Chassis. In half, rather than the singular one seen in the PS5 Slim. PS5 Pro is expected to be modular, similar to the PS5 Slim, which allows users to insert a disk drive into the console. I still don't get why. I get why, but I just don't like that the disk drive has just become optional, like physical content. Anyways,
I mean, less stuff to put into it, the more they can charge for it because everything is digital.
I know. Anyways, and so the PS5 Pro has long been one of Sony's worst kept secrets, and numerous industry insiders have long insisted that the latest PlayStation console is getting a mid-gen upgrade. Well, at least with the announcement, with the leaks happening, it is nice that it's because the creators of it are excited about it. Because so many times with leaks, it's usually like, you need to know this as a consumer because it's going to be crap and don't waste your money. There's a big difference between that and leaking the information because, hold on guys, wait a minute, this thing's going to be so awesome, just hang on a little bit longer. Look, I can buy you with information? Have it.
I don't know, man. Releasing information about consoles is kind of like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because you can get people hyped up for it, but at the same time, if you have the specifications of the changes, and everyone's like, oh, it's going to be $900 for this brand new console.
Yeah.
And, like, if you look at your little chart here, the Slim Edition had a speed 10.8 teraflops. Okay? So a 4090 can operate faster than that. The Xbox Series X is actually faster than that.
That tracks. The Xbox Series X, though, just kind of looks like a computer tower to me. Like, kind of functions like one, too.
That looks more like a computer than the Xbox Series X. The Series X looks like a mini fridge.
Fair enough. Touche.
But if you're only getting 0.6 of an addition to processing power, but for twice the amount of money, what exactly are you getting out of the new console? Of the mid-generation upgrade?
I have no idea. I don't plan on buying it, though. I know that much. I'm happy with what I got.
I'm just saying, leaks are double-edged sword.
Yeah, no, you're
'Cause,
right.
like,
yeah.
There's only so much you can get, but the information that you do get can piss off a lot of people.
Well, in my opinion, it's better to have the information now than later, because it'll help, again, consumers and gamers and what have you make the decision early and start saving. So it might help sales.
Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
True that. All right, what we got coming up here now? That's nothing. Oh yeah, September 17th, Final Fantasy 16, the Complete Edition is coming out. Thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I've still never played Final Fantasy, but I want to.
I've only played a couple Final Fantasies. I would say Dissidia, the PSP version. You get to play as basically all the characters from Final Fantasy 1 up until they stopped making them for handhelds. I think it's 9. 9 or 10. But you could play as Cloud, Sephiroth.
Oh, okay.
The clown, can't remember his name. Titus. Like a bunch of the good name people where you're like, I know that guy. He's very memorable. I just can't think of the names right now. It was a great game, and that was the only Final Fantasy game that I played.
Clown character, Final Fantasy.
I know the clown character was like a
Is
hardcore.
this how you spell
like...
Dissidia?
Yeah, actually it is.
Damn it, I'm good. Kefka Palazzo?
Sure. He looks like a lunatic.
The main antagonist from Final Fantasy VI is a playable character in the Dissidia Final Fantasy series. Well, that's Tifa. Everyone knows.
Cecil. Chaos.
Yeah, it's not showing.
Scroll down.
What is his name again? We just saw
Kefka.
it. Kefka. Let's look up Kefka. Palazzo.
There you go.
Kefka Sephiroth comparison? Okay. Yeah, that is interesting.
Through the entire time you're fighting him, he laughs maniacally as he is just cutting you.
Oh, that sounds awful. Cripes.
Think
on
of like
cracker.
a Jigsaw.
Oh, Jesus. Okie dokie. Well, alrighty then.
It's a fun game.
No, I'm sure it is. I would just, I think, hate this boss. And that's okay, because bosses are meant to be hated.
Oh, he's pretty easy to beat.
Oh, really?
It's just, if he starts his combo, you're just kind of screwed.
Tracks.
So, maybe beat him before he gets a hit on you. In your case, you might have to restart it a couple times.
Yeah, probably. I told you what happened when I came across Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yeah, I think you restarted 5 times? 6 times?
No, I gave that one. I gave up on that one actually pretty quickly. I understood I was vastly underpowered for that because what had happened is I got in there. I realized I was fighting Sephiroth. I went, oh no, and then he kicked my ass in 2 hits. And when I went to my friends, I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know Sephiroth was in this game. He's a secret boss in the Hercules Cup. Like, he beat me in 2 hits. It was absurd. And their only response was, I'm surprised you made it to the 2nd hit. Because he is that crazy of a boss. They're actually impressed that I was high enough level to make it a 2nd hit.
I think I will just download this game and level load that section just so I can see how long it will take for me to beat him. And just go, hey, so...
At, like, early game? Or, like... Because early game, Sora's squishy as hell.
In any game, there's a dev menu.
Okay.
You find the dev menu, you can load any level you want. You load the menu through the dev, it gives you the minimum level requirements to fight said person.
Okay.
So I just want to see what we're looking at.
Okay. When you load in, though, you gotta load yourself in at the level that I'm currently at, though.
I will try my best. And I promise you I'll probably beat your 2-hit wonder.
Maybe. Let's see. Xbox getting a new console update this week. The latest Xbox update will let users choose specific game portions to save time and storage with new installation options. What?
Why is that an option?
What does that mean, even? Like, okay, choose specific game portions? Like, you can just skip to different parts of the game? If you've played the game before, I guess that's fine, but if you haven't, that just kind of sounds like cheating.
They're adding more Discord integrations.
Oh, that one's okay, I guess. And what's this? Okay, more customizations, more 10... Okay, that's kind of nice. More connectivity options are good if you travel with your Xbox. Probably more useful on the Xbox Series S since it's smaller. But the X can be transported. It's a huge bitch.
It's a chunky boy.
That's a chunky boy.
What portions of the games to install
From certain games.
which can improve system storage and performance?
So, like, you can just, like, chop shop the games you're going to download? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
That's...
But I did have an update, like, not too long ago. When I finished setting everything up, I had an update on the 1S and the Series X. I haven't touched the Series S, so...
I'll check on that then, because that's a weird one, admittedly. You do you, Xbox, I guess, but...
Yes, outperform PlayStation in every manner.
I guess so, and turn your game store into a chop shop. This one I did think was cool. Like, GameStop is apparently going to start selling retro games in select locations. We've been saying for, like, what, a year now? Whenever we started this thing? Like, physical media dying is, like, the worst thing that could have happened to gaming. So, the fact, at least you know, and GameStop's changing its sale model is actually a really good way to, like, stay open, because, like, I went into a GameStop recently, and aside from, like, some cute, like, plushies and some merch that I saw, like, I got a cool Dragon Ball backpack or whatever, but game-wise, there's not really a reason to shop there. You just, like, the deals are terrible.
Game Informer's gone.
Game Informer's gone, like... Actually, what annoyed me the most, I almost walked out without buying anything, and I probably should have, except that backpack was cool. But no, they had a deal. It was like, you could get 4 games for like $10 for the Switch. And I was like, I just got a new Switch. This is great. All of the games had to be under $5. And all of the games on the shelves, because me and the friend I was with, we looked, all of the games, none of them were under 30. So there's no reason for that sign to be up.
Interesting. Maybe all their games were already bought out.
Maybe, but I'm just saying, just keep on top of that.
Well, it is GameStop. They've been on the chopping block for years now.
Yeah. So this retro initiative, we're going to scroll down and talk about it a little more, look into it more. But if they're doing a retro initiative, that would be a way to try, to try and keep themselves open. Because right now, a lot of, like, local game stores, which I'm still all about, you know, support your local game store over a, you know, big corporation. You can often get, like, retro game systems and retro games from your local, like, game shop, card shop, what have you. So if they're going to try and, like, piggyback off of that to keep their doors open, more power to them.
Now, I do know with this, there's this one website that I've actually thought about buying off of quite a few times just to reamp up my collection of consoles.
Yeah.
It's called DK Oldies. I don't know how you would feel about going on to that site and spending $300 on a Wii that comes with a controller. A controller, not two.
Not two? Okay. That's
the sensor bar, the console, the AV cables, so not even an HDMI upgrade.
Yeah. Oh, no HDMI upgrades, just straight... I remember AV cables.
And I think a user manual for $339 for a standard Wii. Not even in box.
Is it refurbished?
Yes.
Okay, at least it's refurbished.
The same price for a GameCube. Dreamcast.
GameCube would be hella worth it, though. GameCube's great.
PlayStation 2.
I don't know where my PlayStation 2 is. I think my sister has it.
What happened to the new one that you guys just recently bought?
Oh, we just have it. It's somewhere in here, honestly. I think we keep the consoles in there.
I was going to say, there's so much you can do with that specific slim model, and you guys don't. It's crazy. You can load every single PlayStation 2 game on there.
I know. I love
with just your little storage thing.
Yeah. But no, I was just reminiscing on my old ass PS2 that I miss.
I have thought about buying another PlayStation 2 because mine is still in the storage unit up north. Which reminds me, I think I gotta pay my storage.
I want to check on that.
Unless it's already.
You might want to check on that.
I've got a whole month. It's okay.
All right, yeah. Muffin's gonna check on that. We've got a couple other things we can talk about here. Bungie reportedly fired marathon director after a misconduct investigation.
That sounds like retaliation.
Ooh, really? Why's that? Tell me. I don't know anything about this.
I don't know anything about it either, but if you get fired after a misconduct investigation, let's say I bother you, okay, and then HR comes in and goes, hey, can't do that. And then you just decide, he's gone. I'm fired. That's retaliation. It's not textbook retaliation, but it could be filed under such.
Possibly. It looks like he was fired from Bungie in March after multiple female employees reported inappropriate behavior. I don't know if that can count as retaliation, unless the investigation yielded negative results. Like if all these women came forward and just lied and they still fired him, I think that could be retaliation. But if they weren't lying and he was actually causing a problem, then that would be grounds for firing. It says, Bungie's Destiny 2, the final Shape expansion, launched on June 4th, and subsequent release of Salvation's Edge raid on June 7th marked the end of Destiny's Light and Darkness saga, despite... Okay, that's all... Okay, this is just wrapping up some things that happened, some context. Despite the final Shape's strong critical and fan reception, over 200 Bungie employees were laid off a month after launch. Bungie restructured its approach to development, with Marathon and Destiny 2 being the studio's focus after Other incubation projects were put on hold, and months before the layoffs, Bungie confirmed that Christopher Barrett had departed from the company. Let's see. After an internal investigation, multiple women who asked not to be named would text him frequently, make suggestive comments, and unwanted advance, and asked to play Truth or Dare. Reports that were filed by the employees also claimed that Barrett would make references to his wealth and power within Bungie, implying that he could advance their careers.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Because I was part of me, again, a big part of me wants to like give everyone the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, if he's texting them like that outside of work, that might be a different story. But if you are, trying to be like, hey, let me just slide on in here, I can improve your career.
All you gotta do is play with that microphone.
Yeah, just play with that microphone, and yeah, you're not supposed to do that in or outside of the office. And
unless you're okay with it.
Unless you're okay with it, I guess, but it might be better to err on the side of caution, especially there is a difference, unfortunately, between like salaried and hourly employees. Because hourly employees, if you do it off the clock, whatever, like that, deal with it outside of work. But if you are salaried, you're pretty much on the clock constantly.
I don't really think that matters. It's more of a don't date your coworkers.
Yeah, it's a good policy. Speaking from personal experience, don't date your coworkers.
Don't shit where you eat.
I
know there's another one, but basically just don't do it.
My older sister said don't shit where you sleep.
Yeah, I mean, then again, aren't men compared to dogs 900% of the time?
I mean, so are women if you consider calling them bitches.
Hey man, if you want to live with that name,
I don't.
Go for it.
I mean, no, I'm good. So, sorry dude. You fucked around and you found out.
Maybe next time don't be stupid.
Maybe don't be a creep to your subordinates. And the last thing, the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is coming out September 19th, 2024. This was an interesting thing. You were showing me this TikTok beforehand showing that the original Dead Rising release like closed down the studio because that game was so bad. So what I'm seeing with this getting a remaster and being released and hyped up for pre-order here, either some really hardcore fans or the devs of the game really want to give this thing a second chance.
Money?
Money?
We're gonna revive this old... You know that meme of Mr. Krabs digging in the grave? Of he was number one.
Yeah.
Am I really going to defile this grave for money?
Of course I am. Yeah, that tracks. Or like the freaking news interview in the movie when he's like, Mr. Krabs, what prompted you to open up a second Krusty Krab?
Money.
Right? That's it. I think we can close out this episode watching a little trailer and seeing what this game's even about. Because I will say, I know I complained about this.
God, he's got a big nose.
See, this is just kind of adding to my my complaint though, because when you open the website, it asks you to input your birthday to make sure you're like old enough to play the game, because it's gonna be like an intense experience. At least that's the vibe of it, with the dark, the dimly lit mall and everything else going on. And then you open it and it's like, I'm a bumblebee and this is a shopping mall, and I'm like, tone change much?
Well, it's Capcom.
Yeah.
Capcom's not really good at making horror games.
Oh, it's rated M for mature.
Full screen is unavailable.
Bet. Close enough. Captivated by the originality of the game's concept. And then the studio shut down. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, timeless redesign. Look at them blocky textures.
Uh-huh. Will they? It looks fun. Like, the vibe at least is fun.
I'll say, we haven't even gotten into the gameplay yet.
Okay. The zombies in a shopping mall, that's the game. That actually sounds pretty cute, fun. I kind of like the original better.
I mean, it's definitely an upgrade.
Okay. You got me at hitting zombies with a cactus. Intercept 4 men. Psychopath. I mean, could be a fun commentary on the fact that malls are dying and they're pretty, and you know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Malls are definitely not dying, but you haven't played Saints Row yet, have you?
No, I want to. I really want to play Saints Row.
Okay, play Saints Row the 3rd, but have it set to where you can make the civilians zombies, and you've got yourself Dead Rising 4. Because that's exactly how it is.
That's so it's a rehash of a totally different game.
I mean, it's probably got the same aspects, but I mean, with all the action and the kick flips and everything else, straight up Saints Row 3rd.
All right, Saints Row 3rd. I'll add that. I made a composition notebook of the games I need to play, and I feel like the pages are going to fill up very quickly.
It's kind of your infinite scroll text.
Yeah, infinite scroll text. I will be playing these games until I'm old and gray, and I'm playing them with my grandkids.
I mean, you've already got.
I better not have any graves. I will be so mad. With that, we're going to end this episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. If you need to see more, all of our socials are right here. Click them. We got Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all of them. We will start live streaming at some point, I'm sure.
Hopefully. Maybe tonight.
Wouldn't be the worst idea. And if you need more of just little old me, my socials can be found right here at vertrochelle.com. I'm on everything, so just hit me up. I do answer all my own DMs, so if there's a delay, please be patient with me. I am but one being.
And then there's me, because who cares?
You
got Linktree/MuffinSincere. I've got my Discord, Twitch, Twitter, basically everything that she has, but better, because I'm a pastry.
Because you're a pastry.
Because I'm a pastry.
Well, I'm a peach, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Oh, and don't forget about our merch store, too. The link's on the Linktree. Get a mug. Get a sweater.
The sweaters are comfy.
Keep fapping, folks.
Fap away.